Yes.
What set Showtime and HBO apart from ABC, CBS, and NBC? No commercials.
Right.
And no commercials means you get one of the most meaningful and communicative parts of the narrative, which is what goes on in the corner between rounds.
Right.
So you're watching Tyson Douglas, for instance, and you see these two novice trainers struggling with a condom filled with water to try to try to do something to ease the swelling in his eye.
Yes.
No end swell.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I remember Ray nearly fell off his chair when he saw that.
It's just so hard to believe that you could achieve the highest level of combat sports, the heavyweight champion of the world, and yet have this really rank amateur corner.
There was so much that was taken for granted about Mike.
Yes.
During that stage of his career.
Yeah.
The only person in that camp, once D'Amato died, the only person, and Jimmy died, the only person in that camp who was really aware of how vulnerable he could be was Mike. Mike was a boxing genius. Mike knew much more than those guys about how to prepare for a fight, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
But again, before Tokyo, he was distracted.
Yeah. He was
thoroughly distracted.
And it comes with success, all the trappings. I mean, he was just constantly,
You know Mike, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you had him in here?
Oh, a couple times. Yeah.
One of the most lovable people in the
love him
world.
to death. Yeah. He's great.
You can't not love Mike
No.
if you know him.
No, if you know him, I mean, the first time I met him, it's hard to believe he's really in the room. You're like, I can't believe he's real. Like, he's right there. This is Mike Tyson. 'Cause me as a child, I remember when I was a kid, I guess I wasn't a child, I'm only a year younger than him, but when he lost to Buster Douglas, I didn't watch it until after the fight. I watched a replay of it, and I still expected him to win. You know how crazy that is? Like, that's the kind of aura.
So
that
you've
Mike
read
Tyson
in the
has.
paper and on the web that he's lost, but you're still expecting him to win.
I remember I heard about it in a gas station. Someone told me in a gas station.
And I can't believe this is true.
I was getting gas, and I heard, did you hear Mike Tyson got knocked out? And I remember pumping gas on, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what? Like, Buster Douglas knocked out Mike Tyson? What? For real?
So we talked about the call of Foreman Moore and where that call came from. The other call that is on that same level in terms of, people remembering and stuff like that is that call. And you just came very close to identically articulating what my call was because, I'm watching the rounds in Tokyo, and I've arrived in Tokyo with firm opinion that Mike is going to knock this guy out in 1, 2, 3 rounds, something like that. And as the rounds go on and you're watching the debacle unfold, the, water in the rubber glove to try to stop the swelling and stuff like that, you realize that the preparation might not be all there. And Douglas is getting more confident. And Douglas is landing his jab, et cetera, et cetera.
And hooking off the jab.
And, I mean, people think that he knocked him out with the right hand. It was the left hook that did the damage. The left hook was thunderous, and Mike stumbled to his side. But at any rate, I'm sitting there in Tokyo. It's 10:30 or 11 o'clock in the morning. There are 34,000 people seated around me making no noise whatsoever.
Right.
The culture of a Japanese sports event. It's as though they are at an opera, and that's just cultural. It's the way they are. And as that count is rising, 5, 6, 7, and it's abundantly clear that Mike's not going to get up. And I'm thinking, oh my God, what am I going to say about this? The very first live fight I ever attended was the biggest upset in boxing history. And now, here in front of me, 12, 14 feet away, is the result that's going to supplant that as the biggest upset in boxing history. So what do I say? And I've told this story many times. If you've heard it, I apologize for repeating. But I was developing a golf relationship with the greatest actor of my generation, Jack Nicholson, who became a close friend and later saved my career, but that's another story. And I had asked Jack on the golf course about 2 or 3 weeks before Tokyo. I said, Jack, when you're going to the set to deliver the fulcrum line in the movie, When you're going to the set to do the one thing that everybody in the audience is going to remember, when you're getting ready to go deliver, you can't handle the truth. What is it you have on your mind? What's your mantra? He said, Lamp, same thing I've been saying to myself ever since I first went to acting class. Don't overact. So I'm in Tokyo. The count reaches 4 or 5. And I hear in the back of my mind Jack's voice. Don't overact. And that call became, Mike Tyson has been knocked out, in about that tone of voice. I wanted to make it as matter-of-fact as possible because there was nothing I could do to elevate it by screaming or shouting or delivering any kind of window dressing, etc. It was what it was. Mike Tyson has been knocked out. That was that.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Now that you said it, I remember that. Wow.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that you remember.
It was energetic but matter-of-fact.
Well, there it is.
It's over. It's over.
Mike Tyson has been knocked out.
All right, so I did shout a little bit. Yeah, I did shout it a little bit. All right,
I
give myself too much credit for the matter of fact, but
Boy.
that, of course, that's my younger voice. It was a little bit higher. You know,
that was what an
Octavio Moran was the name of the referee.
I just remember Buster Douglas winning that fight, thinking, man. What happens to him now? Now he's
what happens to him, of course, is that he goes on a celebration rampage.
Yeah.
He puts on, 40, 50 pounds, something like that. He tries to train them off, but not effectively enough.
He gets knocked
He goes
out by
into the ring
Holyfield.
against Holyfield, and Holyfield delivers one left hook. One perfect counter left hook in the first round, and we're out of there.
Yeah. That's what it was? It was a left hook? I thought it was a right hand.
Might have been a right hand.
I don't remember.
I could be wrong.
See if you can find it.
Might have been a right hand, but they'll find it.
Yeah, Jamie will find it. But, he just never reached those heights again. That was it. He just never... I mean,
money.
Yeah, I mean, also like the...
Money.
All the,
money. Food.
He got real fat.
He was an addictive eater.
Here it is.
Okay, let's see.
Counter right.
Right hand, you're right.
Yeah.
Then there was a left hook following, but the right hand is the one that did it.
I think the left hook missed.
Yeah, the left hook missed. You're right.